Hey, so on, so on, so on. Before I get this lesson started, it's going to be a quick one. Just want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakagadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned from in Shalom, to the elders, to the hopefully elect 144,000 taking this truth, to the four corners bidding, the elect spirits, to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai, is your brother Udah. Famine of the word is here, man. We don't have much time, you guys. Check this out. Look at it.
So we talked about TikTok the other day and how TikTok is just, it's over. It's over. It's done with TikTok. I mean, they were such a big and popular app, but literally in one fell swoop, they just ruined all of it. So the day after the sale was finalized, of course, it was a Chinese company, but then there was a forced sale to the MAGA Zionist billionaire Larry Ellison. And as soon as that was finalized, like literally day one, they started rolling out the aggressive-ass censorship. If you criticize ICE, your video got cooked and wasn't even spread through the algorithm at all. If you criticize Trump, same thing. You criticize Israel, same thing. You got channels that have millions of followers that had literally 0 views or like single-digit views on videos. And then they came...
So, look at mine. If you go to mine, and I don't have a big... I have a tiny baby.
Listen, Mommy, God forgive.
But if you look at my... let me see. So if you look at my views, I don't count my views, I count my likes. All right? So let's, let me see. Maybe start from here. And all I do is I just post my YouTube videos. That's all I do. I just post the YouTube videos that I make on my, it's really basic. Whatever I put on my YouTube, I put on my TikTok to reach another audience, right? So you see 4 likes. You see 1 like. You see 2 likes. 2 likes. 2 likes.
In the snow because of the adverse weather.
0 likes. 3 likes. No likes. That one just 5 likes. And usually I was getting like, if you go down, I was getting like 10 likes. You know what I mean? Which I would count. I would count my likes.
I
was counting my likes because that let me know that's who was looking at the video. I didn't count the views. The views just meant people were scrolling. So the further I go down, the more likes I get. And this is just recent. I noticed, like, wait a minute, so what's going on with my views? It's that algorithm. So this shit's done. What he's talking about, it's over.
Came out and tried to clean it.
Amalek Esau got to control the narrative. They gotta, and bro, it makes sense. I mean, I would just people like this guy. Never before in the history of America has there been a counter. TikTok was probably one of the major ones, man. The minute the rulership, the Edomite rulership, would come out with a story they were trying to spin, within seconds, within hours on TikTok, there was a whole handful of people that were being able to prove that story was a lie and manipulated, and not even using the precepts. And then anyone who had knowledge and understanding of the scriptures was then able to take it a step further by grabbing all the people who were pointing out how Esau was lying and then lining it up with scripture and prophecy, which was the final blow. And so they had to stop that, and they're working to stop it even more. Eventually, TikTok, it's just going to completely go down. So let me let this guy finish talking, and I'll get a precept, and we'll be out of here.
No, we had a problem with one of our data centers, and that's why there's like a glitch happening right now. But it's all good. Don't worry about it. But then you go to your DMs, right? And you try. This happened too. We had Crystal tried it. Type Epstein in and try to send it to somebody. It won't let you send the word Epstein. And other words you could send. Epstein, you can't send. This has nothing to do, some data center. Yeah, there was a fire at some data center, and so I can't send only the word Epstein through DMs, and ICE videos aren't spread through the algorithm. Fuck off. Like, how stupid do you think we are? This is insulting to our intelligence. So anyway, overnight, they nuked this whole industry. So now people are all downloading this app called Upscrolled. It's, sort of like a TikTok-type app, but it's run by somebody who is not a Zionist MAGA freak. And so this guy, I think he had 60 family members die in Gaza. And so he's not going to be censoring, anti-genocide videos. Well, Netanyahu decided to further terrify the world here and torture the world here with this very fucking cryptic address that he gives. Listen to what he says here.
And of course, it's most prevalent in the social media. This is the new battlefield. And this is where we must counter with our own weapons. We're late in the game, but we will win this battle too, as we won on the battlefield, because we are developing the means to fight this. Not with cavalry against F-35s, with F-40s against F-35s. This is the next thing.
So he's talking about winning the battle on the battlefield of social media against anti-Semitism. Now, of course, when he says we need to fight anti-Semitism, what he means is we want to ban any and all criticism of Israel. If you criticize Israel, you're anti-Semitic. If you correctly say that they're doing a genocide, you're anti-Semitic. If you correctly call out their war crimes, you're anti-Semitic. If you talk about the instances of people waving white flags who were shot, you're anti-Semitic. You talk about the sniping kids in the face, you're anti-Semitic. You talk about bombing hospitals and schools, you're anti-Semitic. You bring up facts about what actually happened, you're anti-Semitic. And so he's saying this, again, at the same time, Larry Ellison, MAGA Zionist billionaire, buys TikTok, immediately destroys it, mass censors it, right? He's saying, oh, we're going to do this with the rest of social media.
So let's get who Larry Ellison in. Let's look at this guy. He's a high ranking. He's like worth $250 billion. Larry Ellison, and he's got a transgender daughter or a son. This is the guy, right? Images. All right, I'm gonna show you his children. I did a lesson on one of the episodes of my Who is the There Goes His Daughter. Look at that thing, man. Look at it. Let me see. Or it looks like a daughter that became it looks like a son that became a daughter. They're into that inversion, okay? Let me see. Let me see this. Hold on. I want you to see these people because they practice. It says the devil shall turn himself into an angel of light. It's talking about these people as a race, and then also what do? They turn themselves. They change their genders, which affects the body, which is also a form of alchemy. Larry Ellison's net worth. Let's see how much he's worth. He's worth some ridiculous amount of money. $225 billion. You don't make this kind of money in this world just because he stopped in. He has been present during human sacrifices. If not, he's also performed them himself, which goes into what? The Feast of Blood. We're gonna get that. Hold on real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, the Feast of Blood, Wisdom of Solomon 12. Let's go to 3 through 5. You got to understand, you got to make all the connections, okay? Verses 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land. Verse 4. Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. Verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feasts of blood. Verse 6, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute for help. So this ancient practice of human child sacrifice is truly the foundation of what the human child trafficking is really about. It's not just about pedophile sex. It's about trafficking in blood. It's about them offering up these children after they kill them to the left-handed powers so that they can have power in the earth. And so this dude just bought TikTok, and now you can't research Epstein files and stuff like that. How convenient. So he's actively using his money to stop the information of what they do concerning Wisdom of Solomon 12, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that means what? He's in agreement with it. He's privy to it. He's all about it. He's associating himself with it. Let's do this. Larry Ellison's children. Look at this, man. What do you see? Megan Ellison, what do you see? Seriously, what do you see? You see a transgender. You see something going on. There's something different about this. It's a dude who turned himself into a girl, right? And that goes into the that goes into the fucking, what do you call it? It goes into the transgender, transforming themselves into an angel of light. Let's see if I can pull her up right here. Margaret Megan Elizabeth Ellison was born in 1986. She's an American film producer, of course, on top of the fucking the media industry. She founded Annapurna Pictures in 2011. Her production work includes the films American Hustle, Her, Phantom Thread, and Zero Dark 30, where she received Academy Awards for Best Picture. She was an executive producer of Pneumonia, which was nominated for Best. So she's in film, right? Let's go back. Images. So you can see it. It looks like a girl that's becoming a dude, or it looks like a dude becoming a girl. And it's not. That's just not accidental, man. It's not. Look at the way it dresses. Okay, this shit's not. It's not accidental. So this is the guy. This is one of his children. Look, this is who these fucking people are, bro. Come on, they're fucked up, man. They're fucked up on purpose, and it goes back to what? What's the precept say? Amalek, I believe. Let me see. Let me double check. Is Larry Ellison? Is Larry Ellison? Let me see. Is Larry Ellison? Let's see. Is Larry Ellison Jewish? Let's see this. Is he Jewish? Yes. How convenient. And he's a sodomite. Yes, Larry Ellison was born to a Jewish mother. Well, that's bullshit. He's got to be your dad. So they be doing that shit too. They be saying everything's matriarchal, meaning opposite of what the scriptures say. When the scriptures say it's based on your father. But so he's claiming that shit, right? And raised in a Reformed Jewish household by his adoptive parents while he attended synagogue as a child. So he sounds like one of those illuminated children. What the elites do is they'll have children when they do their orgies. They get the temple prostitutes pregnant, those rich, powerful men, and then rather than raise the child themselves, they all switch children so that there's no maternal connection to the child, so that the children grow up like robotic without normal family ties, and they're more calloused to doing wicked shit. I was studying this shit. It's fucking crazy the lengths that they go to psychologically train and raise up their kids so that when by the time they're of age, they're able to just do wicked fucking harmful shit to people and it doesn't fuck with them. But so they're claiming that he's Jewish. So yeah, so he's an Amalekite, right? Based on their fucking whatever. So now we see that. Let me see if I can pull up some videos of Larry Ellis talking. I want you guys to see this fucker. This is the dude who bought TikTok. Okay, just Larry Ellison. God damn it, Larry. And you can tell by the way he talks, he's a fucking he's a sodomite, bro. So there goes this Larry Ellison and his family explained.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on.
Who the fuck is this dude sitting in a t-shirt talking about people need to be on their best behavior? What standard? What's he talking about? What standard is he upholding? Who says this guy is on his best behavior? How come no one's checking for him to see if he's on his best behavior? Remember Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verses 3 through 6. This guy is engaged in that kind of shit. Yet there's nobody watching over his shoulder making sure he's being behaved, right? Listen to the insanity of this.
Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
To who? Who are you reporting it to? What standard are you basing your judgments on?
And it's unimpeachable. The cars.
It's unimpeachable, meaning once we get this system in order, You can't overthrow it. You can't veto it. You can't vote it out. This is why Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, has written the story this way. No man shall redeem you. The only person that's going to get us out of this is Yahushai.
Cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video, and if there's
Listen how effeminate he sounds, bro. This dude's a fucking weirdo, man.
problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing. We have drones. We just, if there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop. A drone goes out there and get there way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple. And the new generation of autonomous drones. The police. Well, I think my favorite line is, I had all the disadvantages necessary for success.
Listen how he talks. Listen how he sounds. Oh my God, he sounds like a fucking faggot. But he's got children, so he's all over the place, right? This dude is wicked. He's disgusting. He's abominable. He's filthy. Listen to him.
When you're raised on the south side of Chicago, you probably want to move someplace nicer. And I think if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Well, and this is when Steve turned and looked at me, and he placed his left hand on my right shoulder and his right hand on my left shoulder. He got very close to me, and he said, "Larry, this is why it's so important that I'm your friend. You don't need any more money." And I started to whine. I said, "Yeah, I know I don't need any more money, but why should Ned Johnson at Fidelity get it? Why shouldn't we get it? We don't have to keep it. We could give it away. We can give it to whoever we want. Yeah. We could do really good things with this money. We can give it. Let's give it all away." He said, "No, Larry, I don't want you to buy the company." He said, "I'm not doing this for money. I think if I go back to Apple, I think it's very important I have the moral high ground." I said, "Moral high ground? That's the most expensive real estate on the face of the earth. We're not going to buy Apple. You're going to go back, and you're just going to make Ned Johnson rich." And this is when
this billionaire bought a slice of Hawaii and his
So you see what kind of fucking dude this is, right? Let's get the precepts. These are the fucking people that are in control of the world right now, man. Amalek was the first of the nations. It's in Numbers. Amalek was the first of the nations, but his end shall be that he perish. Amalek was the first, right? Was the first. It's in Numbers. Okay, so these are prophecies. Everything on the planet Earth is governed by prophecy. Prophecies are oracles. They are spirits. They are words. They are writings. They are programs from Yahweh's pen, from his hand. He wrote these, and then he shared these secrets with the prophets, his servants, and they wrote them down and declared them in the earth, and now they govern the spirits that they are assigned to on the earth, right? And this prophecy governs Amalek. This is why Amalek is in power, because it was spoken, because it was written by Yahweh. So Yahweh's glory, Yahweh's sovereignty, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's glory and sovereignty is shown when you read these scriptures and you're granted understanding of them, and then you look into the earth and you see that it's Amalek. This is not, the people claiming to be Jewish are not Jewish, they are Amalek. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Why? Because in his latter end, Yahweh Shai is coming. 2 Ezra chapter 13. The Yahweh Shaphat, okay? The war of heaven. Revelations chapter 12. That's the end of Amalek, because that's what it takes. Amalek becomes so powerful technologically. Edom, the elective Esau, becomes so powerful on the earth technologically because prophecy has empowered them to do so, that also prophecy says Yahushua is coming to remove them from power. Remember, prophecy governs everything, you guys. And for a lack of better words, I want to say prophecy even governs Yahushua, but because that's his testimony. What does it say? The testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Yahushua is all about prophecy. Yahushua is not kicking up against prophecy. The testimony, now, forgive me, because I'm going to say the name, the wrong name. The testimony of that name is the spirit of prophecy. This is in Revelation. The revelation of Yahushua. Okay, so look. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. This is the angel speaking with John, the revelator, John the prophet, John, the apostle John, on the island of Patmos. I am thy servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So the gospel, the testimony, any type of understanding of who Yahushua is, you're going to also understand prophecy. So all these Renaissance Western Christians who don't understand prophecy, it's because Jesus isn't real. His name is Yahushua. His name's not Jesus. The letter J is only 500 years old. These fucking people lied about his name. So you see how this whole thing with TikTok being purchased illegally. I mean, they just took it from another group of people. How has that ever happened? How do you have a company, right? How do you have a fucking company and it's so powerful and influential, just someone else just comes and just takes it from you? And no one questions that shit. That's pretty much what fucking happened to TikTok, bro. They just took that shit, bro, like gangsters, bro. What shows you who's in rulership, man. They didn't follow no rules. The people in TikTok, why would the people of TikTok sell that app with the amount of money they were making off that app and the influence that it was having? No one in their fucking right mind would sell TikTok. So the fact that TikTok was purchased, there was something illegal that went on, bro. Those people's families, everybody was threatened, bro. I guarantee it. So we see the prophecies, famine of the word, Salakia. The whole point of this video is that, the famine. And again, what is prophecy? It is the prophecy is spirits. Prophecies are oracles from Yahweh, V'Hashem Yahushua, that govern these spirits that are on the earth, the place under the sun. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And that goes into hearing this truth, the new song, the 100% truth, but it also goes into information. All the information that was doing what? What was it doing? It was making Esau bare. I have made Esau bare. You got to understand. So this is why we're able to give glory to Yahweh by Shem. Christianity can't do this. Christianity isn't doing this. No one in Christianity is going through these precepts, perfectly pointing out the movements of the people of the earth, showing you how everybody was groaning against Esau. Look, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. What does this mean? There's a race of people in the earth that have been operating under a fucking alias, man. They've been telling you there's something or someone else. And who is that? The so-called fucking white man. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. What's another one? He lifted up his skirt, showed the people his nakedness. I will lift up thy skirt. Which is what? So this goes into what's nakedness in the Bible. Nakedness means when there's no covering, when there's no forgiveness, when there's no washing of your sin, you've been made exposed. Nahum 3:5. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. That's what it's talking about. And that's what do you think the Epstein Files is? That's the shame of Esau. That's fucking shameful. You have all this money. You have all this prestige. You have all this power, the military, the fucking, you're able to write laws. You own all the prisons, right? You've been on television pointing out the black on black crime of Chicago. And black on black crime is stupid. It's dumb. It's not supposed to. That's hideous. It needs to be judged. Niggas don't need to be fucking blowing each other's brains out over tennis shoes and crack houses or whatever, ops, the dumb shit, listening to hip hop music, just running around with their fucking dreadlocks, shooting each other. That's fucking dumb. It needs to be. It's going to be judged, and judgments coming for them. We're not in agreement with that dumbass behavior, but the race of people who have been policing those people, they have a fucking network and a system of human child sacrifice / human trafficking that is global and is all over the world, and they're actively, unrepentantly involved in it, bro. And it's been exposed. We've been able to peek into it, and that's fucking shame. That's shameful. That's shame for glory. Look, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh, behold, of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness. Why? Because, and the kingdoms thy shame, because the white man ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna tell you that he's in. Look at this. Pull back the foreskin. Pull back the foreskin. Look, these are very descriptive foreskin. These are very descriptive. No, it's not. I'm not. There's a. Let me see. The foreskin. Pull back the foreskin. Now I'm butchering it. The foreskin. Let me see. Nope, it's not pulling it up. There's another one that says I'm gonna pull back your foreskin. What? That's fucking nasty, right? What is it? It shows all the filth. And it's talking about, let me see. This might be it. I myself will lift up your skirts over your face, and your shame will be seen. I have seen your abominations, your whoredoms and thine abominations in the hills of the fields. Okay, there goes your human sacrifice again. Talking about the abominations in the hills of the fields. That's where they go. They go to sacrifice up on high mountaintops. And the abominations on the hills and the fields, woe unto thee, O Jerusalem, wilt thou not be made clean? When shall it come to be so? But this is what these people do, man, okay? So this famine of the word, this controlling, and we also got what? We got the famine of the word, and then we also got what? Second Esdras. So I'm going to pull both of those at the same time. So we got Second Esdras 15 or 16, a man shall desire, look, and I'm going to stop it with this, because this is what's coming, shall desire to go into another city and not be able to. So movement and speech are going to be constricted. That is what's coming, you guys. Movement and speech. You're not going to be able to say the things you want to say, and you're not going to be able to go where you want to go like you have it right now. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. This is your martial law. This is your military force. This is your smart cities. This is your drones and your robots watching shit. You guys, this is what's coming, man. And Christianity is not teaching this. Fucking black consciousness is not teaching this. The men of GMS, the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, are the ones who are teaching this. Okay, so this is second. Get this in your mind. Second Esdras 5:17 is about physical control, physical constriction. You're going to have to be moving around like pilgrims on the earth, hiding from tanks, hiding from drones, hiding from fucking men and robots, right? And then you got the famine of the word, which is speech. The famine of the word. And the Edomites are behind all this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So movement is going to be constricted, and speech is going to be constricted.
The three.
And it's going to be headed by these kind of fuckers right here. Okay? These kind of dudes. These effeminate, weird, fucking perverted, wicked men that are members of the house of Esau. And they prove that they are the Edomites by their positions of power, by their wealth, by their theology or their worldviews, and what they are doing here in these last days, and how they're being used in these last days. These are the biblical Edomites. And Renaissance Western Christianity is not pointing specifically this group of people out. It's just talking about everybody. And no, the Bible is not. That's not how prophecy works. Prophecy calls people out by name. Prophecy calls people out by name. Want me to prove it again? Look. Esau is the end of the world. Who the fuck is Esau? And what's the end of the world? You got to be able to break that down. You have to understand that. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. That's 2 Ezra 6:9. You want to see another one? Let's look at Lamentations. Look at this, you guys. You got to be able to understand. You got to answer these things. You got to have the answer. Lamentations 4:21. Look, another one mentioning Esau, or Edom and Israel. Look, or Zion. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. That's Esau. That dwelleth in the land of Uz. That's America. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's the cup? Judgment, slavery, captivity, the curses, being on the bottom. The cup shall also pass through. Where's the cup coming from? The cup is coming from somebody else. Someone else had to drink this same fucking cup. Thou shalt be drunken. Once you drink this cup, you're going to be under the influence of it, and shalt make thyself naked. Well, look, the punishment of thine iniquity, the very next verse. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. This is the real Zion. This is Israel. This is Jacob, you guys. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. The cup that you drank is finally worn off of you. You are done being a slave. Remember, prophecy governs the spirits on the earth. We have been governed by these prophecies. That's why we couldn't come out of. There's no such thing as free will, you guys. That's all bullshit. As we are coming out of our captivity, he will visit thine sins, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So as we are coming up out of our prison, Esau, Edom is going into his. Esau is the end of the world, the beginning of it, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. As they are coming down out of power, going into slavery, we are coming out of slavery, going back into power. You have to understand this. And Renaissance Western Christianity does not teach this. I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the elders.
You sneeze. Here's the real reason.
To the elders and the apostles.
This is when Steve.
To the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from.
The police.
This is your brother Adah. Man, bro. Shalom.
Will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video, and if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing. We have drones. If there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop. A drone goes out there, get there way faster than a police car. There's every reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple. And the new generation of autonomous drones. The police will be on their best